Okay, we're going to begin this with some panel reprints. If you remember in the previous episode, we some of the panels were really weak, and they actually split. So what I've done is I've selected 4 panels. Now one of them doesn't actually need a reprint, but I'm not sure I've got the exact size, so I'm going to reprint them all. One of them is not going to be needed, but I'd rather reprint the wrong one. So usual thing, 0.3 layer height, but what I've done is I've increased the infill to, I cannot remember if I did 20 or 50%, probably 20%, possibly even 50, and these took round about 6 hours to print, if memory serves me correct, and the results were quite pleasing. Okay, so this is one of the original panels that broke inside. You can see it's really weak, and these are the reprints. Now I've mentioned supports a lot, but I've never really shown you what a support is. I think the easiest way actually is to show you one that hasn't got support. So let's just quickly remove this. And the way we remove the supports, basically what a support is, it fills in any gaps with a rather weak, as you can see it's very weak and quite easy to remove. This is harder than some to remove because it's a 0.3 layer height. The more the bigger the layer, the harder the support is to remove, but as you see it comes away fairly easily, and this is what you're left with. So there we go. So this is obviously just, you throw it away. It is a little bit wasteful, but you do end up with a nice result. So this is the panel. It's still very rough, but as you can see, because it's set at an angle, when it prints these parts here, because it's building up layer by layer, it would have nothing to support. It would be printing that in thin air. So all would happen, you would end up with a big droop in the middle. So it builds up the support, and then it lays the actual dome on top of the support, and it just saves having to do lots of reprints. And you can see that it is fairly easy to move. You do have quite a lot of cleanup, but you know, small price to pay. So we'll get these cleaned up properly, and then we'll get on with those for the next section. So when you see me sanding the insides, you know why. This is all these little lines that have been left. Okay, so our plan for the next 2 weeks was, last week we put these we set these sections up for the upper panels. We're going to do the same for the lower panels. I do apologise, this is upside down. I suppose I could turn the dome upside down, couldn't I? Probably won't help much. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean them all up, we're going to tidy them, and then we're going to make sure the panels fit. They want to be a loose fitting, but they obviously don't want to, you don't want any gaps. Now I was going to do there's 16 pieces in total. I was going to do pieces 1 to 8 this week. However, what's happened is this piece here, number 5, I've managed to lose it, so I need to do a reprint. So what I'll do is I'll do well, piece A actually comes from the same piece of dome, so I'll do pieces 8 to 16 this week, and then we will do pieces 1 to 7 for next week. So what I need to do is just get my panels ready. So we've got 1, 2, 3. In fact, I'll do that on the speed up. Some of these I have got the split panels, like this one. So obviously I'll take the reprint ones, and then we'll use those instead. Now the music that I've selected for this piece of work is it's actually a ringtone by Samsung. It's called Over the Horizon, and I just really love the song, and it kind of, I don't need drama built up, but it really does build up some good drama. So I hope you enjoy the music, and yeah, let's crack on. Okay, so we're going to be printing off two sections of ring 2. These are pieces 5 and 6. Now I have done the usual 0.3 layer height. Now I actually printed mine with supports and it just made it really awful to clean up. I'm not sure if this would work without supports. If you don't do it with supports, it's a 12-hour print. If you do it with supports, it's 13.5 hours. You could split these and do one section at a time, but I've done two. Personally, I would go for the print with supports. I do trust the author of these files, but it just seems a little bit too much. Okay, so I do apologise. I've managed to lose the footage, or I didn't get the footage of it printing, so I can't actually show you the print. I'm not 100% happy with this. I was having a lot of problems with my printer. Having said that, I think that with a bit of careful, yeah, if I go careful, I think I can clean this up. This is going to be a door panel on the front here, so most of this won't be on show most of the time anyway. I need to further research what to do with this. This is, I'd say, 5 and 6. I don't know if you can see that. There we go, 5 and 6. I don't know what this is going to be. Could be lights going in. It's strong enough, but the parts are actually, there's some splits, so there's going to be a lot of work need doing. For the sake of the cost, it might be best just to reprint it perhaps, but obviously that takes time. But for now, we'll go with this, because most of these, if they are warped or they're badly fitting, you can't really see it. You see there's a slight gap. That could be because my table isn't flat, or it could be a slight warp. It's not till you put all the pieces together quite often that you really can't tell. It's just a little bit scruffy there, but that can be cleaned up. But it looks impressive anyway. It looks like it's really going to do something. So that's that then. Okay, so we took our balance £21.06 from last week. We had £10 of that. The reprints for the lower panels comes to £2.77, and the body ring pieces 5 and 6 comes to £4.07. That brings the spending to £6.84 for the week, which increases our balance to £24.22, which is great. Hopefully within a few weeks we'll be able to order the Lazy Susan so that we can attach the dome to the body. Plenty of time. We've not even built the body yet, but that's probably going to be one of our major expenses. So yeah, brilliant. I'm really happy with that.